helping to prevent suicide. Did you know that suicide in the U.S. is the 11th leading cause of death among Americans and the third leading cause of death in the U.S. military? And that sexual assault, child molestation, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and physical illness are some of the main causes of suicide attempts? Facts about suicide include: every 40 seconds, someone attempts suicide. Every 17 minutes, someone succeeds. Every 78 seconds, a woman attempts suicide. Every 90 minutes, there is one elderly suicide. Over 400,000 failed attempts a year end up with serious injuries. In most cases, the person has tried before and made numerous attempts to reach out to others. 90% of suicides are associated with mental illness, such as depression, and 50% of suicides are associated with alcohol or drug use. Here are myths versus facts about suicide. People who talk about suicide don't commit suicide is a myth. The fact is that approximately 80% of those who attempt or commit suicide give many clues and warnings of their intentions. Suicidal people are fully intent on dying is a myth. The fact is, most suicidal people are undecided about living or dying, and they gamble with death, hoping that others will save them. They do not want death, they want the pain to stop. Once a person is suicidal, he is suicidal forever is a myth. The fact is that individuals are suicidal only for a limited period of time. Suicide is inherited or runs in the family is a myth. The fact is, suicide does not run in families. However, individuals who have experienced a suicide within the family or of a close friend might be at greater risk. All suicidal individuals are mentally ill, and suicide is the act of a psychotic person is a myth. The fact is, studies of hundreds of suicides by means of psychological autopsies indicate that although the suicidal person is unhappy, he or she is not necessarily mentally ill. Suicide is an act of impulse with no previous planning is a myth. The fact is, most suicides are carefully planned and thought about for weeks. Signs of suicidal thinking include talk of self-destructive behavior. Maybe I should just jump from that roof, or my family would be better off without me. Sudden interest in firearms or poisons. Writing poetry about death or listening to music about suicide. If on medication, there may be conspicuous overuse that could be lethal. Other warning signs include abuse of alcohol or drugs combined with depression, dramatic mood swings, statements of hopelessness, acting withdrawn from others, uncontrollable rage, a desire for revenge, or blatant recklessness. Feeling trapped and having a high level of cynicism toward others or the employer. What are people contemplating suicide feeling? Many people have thoughts about suicide, but most will never make an attempt. Those that do may focus on problems such as unstoppable pain and thinking there is no way out. They may be unable to sleep, eat, or work. They may have profound depression and the inability to make sadness go away. They don't see themselves as worthwhile or are unable to get the attention of someone they value.